Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. I meant to actually play you an intro video. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. I just exported it this morning before coming on the storm chase. So anyway, we are on a tornado-warned cell up here, and there was a big landspout show that I saw from a really big distance. If we have a chance to catch up to this, I might show you a picture from like 30 miles away. So I won't be able to look at your chat quite yet, but I got to catch up with this storm, so had of course more kinks to work out with the live stream. So we've got a little bit of catching up to do. So we've got, man, there's so many chasers on here. So apologies if I run into some congestion. I believe you can see up here, the conga line is already begun. A lot of people are on their chasecations right now. Mine is starting next week. So we'll have to run back to work tomorrow. Got some beautiful inflow on here. And severe thunderstorm warning for destructive 80-mile-per-hour winds. That's pretty rare when the phone shows a severe thunderstorm, or an alert comes up for a severe thunderstorm warning. So we're going to see if this cell can muster up anything else. So looks like, oh, this is for a completely different severe thunderstorm. This is for one that is coming into Colorado. Man, both of them are both people pulled over back there. So anyway, zoom back out. There's a lot of chasers pulling over here. They might be calling the chase, but there is still some rotation on this, so we'll see how far we can get over here. And let's see, can we get a nicer view? Yeah, there is still a really cool mezzo. So we got some nice modest clouds up here. Those are really prominent. That looks really neat. So I think I helped eliminate some of the shakes when I zoom in. So and I first tried to buy a whole shock absorber. Wow, there's so many chasers around here. And that is meant for like an arm that you attach outside of your car, and you can get these really low to the ground shots with it for like car commercials and stuff. And I tried that out, but it ended up, while it did eliminate all the micro jitters, it added a lot of smooth shake to the video. And so I was like, well, I thought this might be the case, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So I should be able to return it here soon. Okay. Always gotta pay a lot of attention to the chasers around here. So, ooh, a lot of people around here. I mean, it's a pretty cloud, that's for sure. So, are more storms? Let's see, the radar is not updating. Let me fix that. Man, it's a bummer that I don't have Sister Pi here. So we need to get this phone on to transmit GPS. So, and what time? We got Mountain Daylight Time on there. Is that right? Yeah, that's at least right. Should be Central Time. I'm just barely in Central Time though, so. Let's see, how fast is this thing moving now? We are 35 miles an hour. The storm started out moving 10. So, we're gonna have a lot of storms crashing into this one here soon. But I think we have at least an hour before that happens. So, and if I had my other camera set up, which I don't. I actually got out here earlier for once, which was really nice. So, this was a chase that's much closer to home. And so it was a lot easier to get out here in time. And originally I was not going to chase today because it just did not look good at all. It looked like I'd have to go maybe into South Dakota. There's a lot of lightning in this thing. And so, so we've got more of a line of storms behind me. I should probably keep an eye on those. And they turning around, they might be turning around. Okay, I better be careful because there's some hail starting to drop behind me. Definitely don't want that to happen. So, just looks like just peas though. And anywho, all right. How about we give you guys another view of the storm here, since there's not so much chaser convergence going on. And boop, there we go. So it looks like it still has a nice inflow tail, and it looks like it's trying to make a mezzo. And so a lot of chasers have turned around. I'm seeing like Starlink on every other vehicle now. So hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Kyle. So appreciate it. And like one thing I'm really trying to save up for now is a cell booster when Starlink goes down. Like when I'm core punching again, because I've lost the stream a couple of times because I've been core punching. So that would be really handy to get back into that. But we'll see how Starlink runs with chaser conversions, because there's a lot of chasers out here today. So there is a setup tomorrow that all the way in Wisconsin and Michigan. So there's no way I'm going to be able to make that. However, Chasecation basically officially starts Saturday. So on Sunday, I will be able to chase for like the whole week. So it's looking like Sunday through Tuesday might be worthwhile. And but yeah, that's going to be awesome. Okay, how's the inflow of this? Rather chaotic. So we're approaching sunset here, but you know, I should be able to get a good time lapse. It was so nice editing that video that I showed you guys, because it finally gave me a reason to like do a time lapse montage. And I was having so much fun because I had time lapses I'd never touched, because they're made up of like 1,000 raw photos each, and they take forever to process because I have to run them through Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, and then a plugin called LR Timelapse. And then if I want to change one little thing, then I have to do the process all over again. And it can take an hour per time lapse to export all of that. So, and there was probably, what, 30 or 40 time lapses there in that intro video. So, and there's a lot more that I've shot over the last 6 years. So this thing has gotten really creaky, my laptop stand. So anywho, let's go to storm relative velocity. Slow down for chasers. Where are they holding their cameras at? Don't see anything over there. Storm relative velocity. Yeah, thank you. Storm relative velocity does not look that interesting. So yeah, maybe we'll try to get a good time lapse before the end of the stream. Would have loved to have started sooner. And there's someone on my tail. Can you see the sky? This guy, I need to let him pass. So nope, that's just black. The GoPro's off. Ooh, the lightning's really good. And maybe we can show you guys some lightning here in a second too. Let's go to this one because we can kind of see it out the front of the car. So for those of you that were chasing with me last time, I showed you, or that were watching the stream with me last time, you'll know that my axle boot got a hole in it and started spewing axle grease everywhere. So, though, since then, I've replaced the whole axle, replaced the wheel bearing. The wheel bearing was a pain. I thought the axle would be the hardest to get to. It wasn't. The wheel bearing, well, the difference is because I was able to borrow on loan from the auto parts store, the axle puller, and I was not able to get a big wheel bearing press either. So, anyway, let's see what we got here. A lot of storms coming up from the south, so as soon as I have a good view, we'll pull over and check it out. And there's a lot of rolling hills over here. I want to be able to see some storm bases. Okay, what's the hail saying? Up to 1.75 inches. Like, I think 1.25 starts making me nervous. 1 inch, well, 1 inch makes me nervous too, but okay, I need to find a place to pull over and zoom in. This chaser just pulled over on the side of the road. Was that a rock? That was a rock. I just found one chip in my windshield, so this is a driveway. Ooh. Okay. This isn't bad. Let's pull over here. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at this storm. Looks like we lost our structure, which is a bummer, but the lightning is still pretty good. Okay, now I can... Oh yeah, that's cold outflow that I feel here. Ooh, the lightning is really nice. Do I want to turn around? Probably. Oh, let's let this person pass. And... because if I turn around and film some of this lightning, I just want to be able to stay out of people's way. Ooh, there is a good one. And okay. This is pretty dry. I can pull off a bit. There we go. Anyway, let's check out some your guys' chat. So, what can you get for only $250? So, well, there's the cell booster. That one's going to be expensive. That one's like $500. So we'll definitely have to work our way up to that one. And so what I really want to do is get a GoPro mounted outside the car so I can cut to it. And that should be a lot of fun. And especially when I'm core punching or driving under a shelf cut. Oh wow, dang, that's really good lighting. I'm gonna start recording some of this, and I might have to stop down some so that the lightning shows up better. Yeah, there we go. So usually when there's lightning, that's a good sign that there is that the updraft is intensifying, especially when it's hitting the ground. Wow, that's great. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the chat. So, bro, where have you been? I haven't seen one of your videos in months. Yes, well, I got married last year, and and that was in wedding planning season, was right on top of tornado season. So, and on top of that, I'm now working full-time, so I just didn't have as much time to chase last year. And so I wanted to really focus on, getting my marriage in a good place. So we did premarital counseling, and so I just did not have time to edit videos last year. And so now, this year, now that everything is settled, I am getting back into storm season. And once storm season is done, I'm going to start editing videos again. And so I've got the live streams to keep so that you guys can see something, at least during all of this. And let's see, anything else? Any other kinks in the radar? Storm relative velocity. Okay, kind of looks like there is one back behind me. Ooh, let's get the GoPro turned on. GoPro. And so, but yeah, there's some really great storm chases that I just have never edited from ages ago that I think you guys will really enjoy here soon. Let's see. Am I going to be chasing that? No, unfortunately, Brody, I won't be able to get over to Michigan because it's just so far away. So on Sunday, looks like Oklahoma and Kansas are under the gun 2 days in a row, which is going to be awesome. So what kind of camera do you use? I use a JVC camcorder. Man, JVC camcorders, back in the day, they had time-lapse built into them before time-lapse was cool. So now, ooh, wow, man, the lightning is really neat. So, and so we had JVCs, but they were just a pain to use otherwise. So that was a little frustrating. And right now, I'm live streaming. This is the Sony a7S III, a very expensive interchangeable lens camera. But it's got great low light, got a flippy screen. So, and then I also have the Samsung NX1, which is the one good camera that Samsung made. Where's Sister Pie today? She's helping out Widow go do stuff. She's been having lots of problems with taxes and whatnot, and so she's been very kind to help her out. So that is what she is doing this evening. So, and Tornado Tucker, what's happening? So right now this storm dropped some beautiful land spouts. However, I was trying to get in position in case the storm turned right, which it didn't do until about a half hour ago. And so I was totally out of position for land spouts, but then again, whoever is, they always pop up out of nowhere. So, man, there's so much lightning. I'm glad it's not striking really close, though. Okay, why isn't this GoPro app opening? Thank you. Searching for your GoPro. And looking forward to more posts. I really like the way you format and edit your videos. The Prius fixing one is my favorite. Yeah, that one turned out really well. So that was awesome. And it's really nice to have a video that, like, whenever someone asks me about it, like, because I can go into the whole thing about what it took to fix my car and whatnot. Okay, let's see. Do we have the rear GoPro up and running? It's upside down. Why does that always reset? Okay. We have already done all of this once over. Set the rotation. There we go. Now you can see what's behind me. Just starting to rain. Okay, is there any crazy hail for me? Alright. No crazy hail. There are more storms popping up to the south, to the southwest. Anyway, I guess I could show you guys what a landspout looks like from like 20 miles away. So, I was doing some research, and I should be able to transfer from my phone to here at some point. I still need to get it set up. But, let's see, there it is. There's the little landspout. And then, as I'm driving up I-80, it took on this And as it started roping out, made this nice corkscrew. So it would have been really tough to stream it. I was zoomed really far in with my phone. So, and that would have been awesome to see up close. Like, I'll take a land spout. They're just so hard to get in there. North Dakota Sirens. The one professional camera I have is a TE2i and a 550D my aunt gave me. So, from a camera for 2020, it has great photo quality. I used the 20D for quite a while. So, that was really nice. So, okay, I think all the lightning is done. So, but, hey man, found your videos last week searching if anyone flew a drone into a tornado. Looked like nobody has. Actually, some people have, if you know where to look. Videos are kind of hard to find. Looks like nobody has, but you got pretty close. I didn't think about how hard it would be to do that. Yeah, like, I just drove by the spot where I did my first attempt in McCook tornado, and man, to this day I wish I had just gone for it. But I'm not sure how far I would have gotten, because I was using a Phantom drone, and looking back at the footage, I can tell that it's just fighting the wind instead of riding the wind. And if I had just throttled it in the direction to go that way, I probably could have gotten in it. There is a drone team out there called Project Otis, and they got into a tornado last year. It's analog footage, and it just looks like they're flying into a cloud. You can just barely tell that it's actually a tornado. And for some reason, they have it on their Twitter, if you scroll way back to 2024, May 2024. And they had it posted on Livestorm Media, but for some reason the video is unlisted. So, I was very much relieved about that, because I'm glad their video didn't go viral, because a lot of people haven't seen it. So that still means that whoever is the first to like get some amazing video of flying into a tornado, it's gonna be awesome. So, Joshua asked, "Hey Pi, what's your most recent tornado you've caught besides those landspouts?" There were two in the Texas Panhandle, the Miami, Texas tornadoes. I was pretty far away from those as well, because I honestly didn't think the storm was about to do anything. So, and what kind of retro camera do you recommend from 2010, 2011, yeah, the early 2010s? So, well, I guess it depends. If you just want the same feel, like, I think this camcorder is from this, and you can probably tell because of how dark it is. Let me turn on a light for you guys. And, what is this? Sony, let's see, Sony, is the model number anywhere? Oh, it's on the flippy screen on the side. This one I used for years. Okay, it's the HDR CX380. Good luck trying to find one of them, as these were cheap camcorders and they're not really meant to last over 10 years. So, but anyway, let's see who else is commenting. Let's see. Here in North Dakota, it's been crazy windy for the past 5 days. Yeah, I'm hoping for some severe weather here, since last year wasn't very eventful. Man, living in Montana, there was just hardly any good storms. So, but yeah, I think this storm might be done. We might get a good, looks like there's a good lightning show down on I-80 again. Shall we go down there, everyone? That sounds like fun. And, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think we should be good to go then. Let's go check out, see if we can get some lightning on this stream at least. Man, I was on this, like, great storm, the first storm to drop the landspout. Well, I can't really tell. I was pretty far away if that's what dropped. And let's get my little post out of the You know, I might actually just switch to the cam. Yeah, the built-in webcam seems to do better. It can just get kind of shaky. Zap. So, yeah, this is the difference between a modern laptop and even this laptop is a few years old now, and like a 12-year-old computer. Yeah, it just gets kind of shaky. That's the only thing. So yeah, I replaced my axle, but now I'm hearing a vibration come from it. So I'm like, ugh. That was disappointing. It's probably because I have a lift kit installed, and it just doesn't have the tolerance for that, like the OEM did. So, driving through some rain. Let's see, how does this look with this off? A little grainy, but and then the wheel bearing. I'm glad I got replaced though, because that last wheel bearing had 300,000 miles on it, and I've replaced the one on the right twice. So I was like, I really should get this done. But man, I hammered that thing for so long and could not get that thing out. So pretty big raindrops right now. Okay, so we are north of North Platte. Wow, there's a lot of lightning in this next storm. One thing I really want to do is, when I'm repositioning like this, is I want to set up a scene in OBS where it plays one of my videos, and then you guys can watch something, or even like some of my lesser known videos, and it'll say like, you're watching Pi TV, and then I can come back when it's over. So, but yeah, that's a bummer. This storm is deader than a doornail. So, let's see. I wonder if, let's give Roly Poly a call. He's been my YouTuber buddy for more than a decade. And so, for those of you that have watched my Minecraft videos from back in the day, that's how we met. So, let's see if he answers. Might catch him off guard. So, I'll have to let him know what's going on here. But, let's see if he answers. Mr. Poley? Hey, Mr. Poley, say hi to the stream.
Billy?
Huh? What's that, Mr. Poley? Say that again.
Billy?
Yeah, you can call me.
Billy, where are you, Billy?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he couldn't hear me. That was the problem. Shoot, my stupid Bluetooth. Let me disconnect Android Auto and see if that works. You can also turn off Bluetooth and turn it back on.
It's operable.
All right,
Hello?
Mr. Poley, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, cool. Hey, I'm storm chasing. Say hi to the stream.
Oh, hello, everybody. I'm in the customs baggage claim coming back from Paris.
Oh man, I would love to hear everything about that. Wait, how long is the line?
How long is the what?
How long is the line that you're in?
Not long. We're just waiting for a bag to clear.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I thought when you said customs, I immediately thought a long line, but.
Oh no, customs only took like 3 minutes.
Really? Oh, man, when I went through customs last month, it took us like 40 minutes.
No, it was we went through it really quick.
That's awesome.
I got internet on the flight and I saw you were streaming.
Oh, sweet, yeah. I made a whole countdown
Nebraska?
video. Yeah, I'm in Nebraska, North Platte.
Yeah, I saw that. Any luck with the percentages?
I saw, there's only 5% today, but I saw some landspouts, but it was like from 30 miles away. Man, they would have looked beautiful if I was up close.
Oh.
But landspouts, they just drop without warning.
Oh, they're undetectable. That's crazy.
Yeah, they have to be super close to the radar to be seen, but Anyway, so are you in Denver right now?
I am in Denver right now. Yep, just got back. We took a layover in Iceland, and yesterday when we were supposed to fly out, there was something wrong with the hydraulics in the plane. We tried to take off twice, and they're like, nope, flight's canceled, and they gave us the hotel. So I stayed in Iceland for a day.
Oh, well, dude, of all the places to be stuck.
Yeah. We were trying to see the Northern Lights, but the sun set at 12, and then it came back up at 12:30.
Are you serious? I didn't know that happened in Iceland, too.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow, I'm glad they got you a hotel.
We basically saw the sun for like close to 30 hours.
Wow.
40 hours, sorry. Because when we flew over there, it was supposed to be nighttime, but the sun never set to our left.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a total solar eclipse happening there next year.
Yeah, near Reykjavik, so that'd be pretty cool to go see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Except, I've heard that Iceland is very cloudy.
It is. I did not see a clear sky day there, so it's very true.
That's a bummer. So
Which is waiting, we'll camp out at your parents' house in a few years.
Yeah, just give or take a decade or two. So.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
Alright, then, bye.
Alright, well, thanks for the update.
I'm going to continue here. Yep. I'll call you back, see if you're still streaming.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Talk to you later, man.
Alright, man. Talk to you later.
Okay.
See you later, chat.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun. So, always great to hear from Rolly. We've had some good times together, so. And let's see. Yeah, my storm has totally died. It is totally fizzled. So, I guess. Oh my gosh. The wind reports on here. Okay, hopefully I can show you this. Like, look at all of those wind reports. I think it's been windy. So that's all across Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. So I guess hence why there's a destructive severe thunderstorm coming my way. So let's see. Oh, that whole storm is moving north as well. I thought it was moving east. So it must be growing to the east then. Yeah, I think it is. That's crazy. So, starting to get a view of the next round of thunderstorms up here. And let's see, can I brighten this up? And we gotta go back to V10. There we go. Oh, here's the next round of thunderstorms. So apparently all the lightning is over this way. Oh man, I've been recording this whole time. I did not need to do that. So, but yeah, so we're gonna reposition, try to get some cool lightning before the evening's done. But wow, I'm seeing some spotter reports on radar scope I've never seen before. Okay, for me to catch this lightning, I'm gonna have to go west out of North Platte. North Platte. Always sounds like splat. We've got a road in Colorado Springs called Platte as well. I also have a friend whose last name is Platte. And of course I'm gonna have to cross the North Platte River too. Looks like there's a decent shelf cloud way up there. Okay, so let's stress test this. I added some rubber washers to the tripod. Wow, that's way better than it used to be. Now granted, this is a really smooth road, but so it looks like there's a little bit of a shelf cloud there. Shelf cloud sounds fun to do, to drive into. I've been wanting to get a drone shot for my my reconnecting scene, so that of like my car like driving towards a. Do I even have it? I didn't even bring my Phantom. I meant to bring my old Phantom. Man, that drone is like, I think that was released like 10 years ago now. Sheesh. I was looking at the new Mavic 4, and oh my gosh, it just made my mouth drool. Ooh, look at that shelf cloud there. That's pretty neat. And and that one's just insane because it's got like over 45 minutes of flight time. And I was like, man, it's like they designed it for someone that needed to fly a drone into a tornado. But I don't think anyone's going to be flying a drone that expensive into it. So, and and then what was the other thing? And it's got like 18 miles of range. That's insane. Like, there's no way you could even fly it out that far before the battery, even a 45-minute battery, before that goes out. So, wow, this is really pretty. And so, and then of course it can the camera can rotate 360 degrees. I'm not sure why you would really want that as an option. I mean, vertical video, I guess, sure. But the thing shoots in 6K. You can easily crop that with resolution to spare to post shorts and stuff. But anyway, man, there's a ton of lightning in here. So we're gonna hop on I-80. Is that right? Let's see. Google Maps. Should we hop on the interstate if we want to go due west, or should we take that side road? Apparently we shall. Okay, we're taking the side road. We're just gonna minimize how much we're going through North Platte. And I like that because then we can pull over a lot more easily. The interstate, I have to wait for exits and stuff. So, but yeah, I would love, my best friend Dan, he got a great deal on the Mavic 2 Pro for only $200 on Marketplace. I was like, are you serious? I have not seen them below $700. I don't know who in their right mind wanted to sell it for that little. So, but that would be amazing. A Mavic would just be oh, so nice. I love my FPV drone. I've gotten way better at flying it this last week. So, and I'm I can now dive with it. I can orbit things with it. Some pretty large things. I was flying it in a parking lot yesterday, and that was really challenging for me. And that's the biggest complaint that people have with the DJI FPV is it's really hard to maneuver through tight places because it's chunkier than a lot of the super lightweight FPV drones out there. And I wonder if ooh, there's a zip tie on here. I might be able to tighten that and keep my laptop from squeaking like crazy. And so, let's see. Shoot, what was I talking about? The FPV drone, yeah. So, but it's super fast. It's got really good range on it. So, I think for flying it into a tornado, it's still a pretty good choice. And unless it loses signal, then it's going to try to stop itself. And as far as I know, I don't know how to do that. So, which it'll try to return to home. I'm not sure how successful it would be if it was in a tornado, but I flew it 2 miles away and then was able to fly it 2 miles back. So, my old Phantom, I was able to fly it 4 miles away with some directional antennas, and I was able to just hover it over a dirt road or next to a dirt road and just tell it to land. And then I'd lose signal, and then I'd go out and find it out in the field, and there it was. So that was really nice. As far as I know, there's no way to set the DJI FPV drone to just land wherever. So it would be a bummer, but I think I would just have to drop it out of the sky. And I mean, it will try to land itself when the battery gets low, so maybe, yeah, probably what I should do is dive it as soon as it can. Just dive it and then let it break itself when it loses signal. Depends on if there's a hill in the way or not. And then it could just stop itself. Because it will stop itself when it loses signal. It'll like break itself. So in that case, then it would try to return to home, but then when the battery gets low, it probably would try to land. But if it's too high, I would imagine it would take way too long to drop, and then eventually it would just die. So, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for destructive 80-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, sounds pretty insane. Ooh, this does look like a really nice shelf cloud. Shelf cloud. So the shelf cloud is a lot closer than the storm is. So we can probably stop. And here, let's take a look at this, guys. There's the shelf cloud in North Platte, Nebraska. So this whole thing is moving north. I wonder how windy it is around here, because this would be perfect for getting that shot I really want of my car just driving into a shelf cloud. That'd be really cool. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in for the live stream. If you're just joining us, there was a couple of beautiful landspouts before that I did not stream because I was like over 20 miles away. You guys wouldn't have been able to see them. It's a very big bummer. So, okay, so I guess we'll let this shelf cloud envelop us, and then we will end the stream. And it sounds like the really good storm chasing is going to be next week, and then we'll finally be able to chase on some high probability days. I've only done one high probability day so far, and that one was a complete bust. So I drove through the core of a storm. That was about it. But that's just how it goes. To storm chase, you've got to just get out over and over again. Wow, this thing is getting very close. Let's show this shot. I think my white balance is set very blue. Let's warm up. It's on automatic white balance, but let's see. There we go, Kelvin temperature. Kelvin. Okay, here we go. Let's warm up this image. Pretty good. Wow, look at this thing. Dang, and it's like on top of me. I did not think it was moving this fast. Shoot! I don't think I'm going to be able to time-lapse this after all. I mean, if the winds are like 80 miles per hour. Wow, okay, stay in the frame. Guys, this is an insane shelf cloud. This is amazing. I don't think I'm going to get out of the city in time. Okay, Google Maps. I need satellite view so I can figure out where I can go over. Okay. Dude, this thing's nearly on top of me, guys. This is an insane shelf cloud. Man, am I still far away from the precip? I could probably send the drone up. I don't know how low these clouds are. But it's, oh man, it's like on top of me already. I don't know how good it looks. Okay, we gotta zoom out. Show you guys this. Okay, autofocus. Whoa, and we're in it! Ah! Oh my gosh! I thought I had so much longer to shoot. Oh, is there fog up here? I think there's fog. Okay, let's pull over since that was the pretty part. Let's turn around. Oh, these lights over here lighting up the shelf cloud. Okay. Alright. Sony, there we go. Got the focus locked. Check focus. Focus good. Look how orange that light is. All the incandescent lights. That's insane. That was really cool. I'm glad I was able to stream that for you guys. Like, no, it's hazy already. So is that, just, let's put the white balance back on auto. There we go. It doesn't need to be that orange. Or is this fog rolling in? This might be fog. Because here, check this out. Look at that. That's crazy. Am I driving with the wind? Yeah, I think I'm driving with the wind now because those trees are blowing like crazy. Oop, tumbleweed. Crunch. Okay. If there is 80-mile-per-hour winds, I should probably be careful about... Let's open up. There we go. And you guys can hear a little bit of what's going on. Can we bump up the exposure a bit? There we go. I can also take off slow-mo mode so the shutter speed can get higher. There's someone on my tail. I'm sorry, sir. I'm driving slow. You can pass me. This is a dashed line, though. Okay, frame rate 30. There we go. That brightens it up very nicely. Wow, that shelf cloud is gone. No, I think it's just really humid. Wow. Okay, well, I wanted to see if I could drive back out of it. That does not appear to be the case. Where's all the lightning? All the lightning is way back to the south. Okay. I'm gonna turn around here. Yeah, I think that's just humidity from that shelf cloud. Okay. Now everything is... Whoa, what's with this? I didn't have this conga line of people behind me, did I? Maybe people kind of got freaked out from the storm. That does happen. So... Wow, that was a beautiful shelf cloud. And it's already passing over us. The main storm is still to the west. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. That was pretty fun. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull over and finish off the stream. So next time we'll get you guys a tornado for sure, and Starlink. Oh yeah, remember guys last time when I did a practice flight of my drone, and I was just losing reception within like 1,000 feet of the car. Turns out it's because of all the Wi-Fi hotspots. I have like 3 Wi-Fi hotspots in the car. My phone, a little T-Mobile hotspot, and the Starlink router. And so I really need to see if I can get the network set up wired, and so that hopefully I can still stream, because it would be a big bummer if I had to stop streaming to fly the drone. So, oh, and look at that. It is now blue sky up above. So, that was quick. This stuff is roaring. Let me just take a peek at the chat here in a second. And let me pull over and take a look at the chat before signing off. Ooh, I should really edit. Okay, we'll pull over at this motel. That's perfect. And I can take a look at the chat before we call it a night. All right, let's see here. Okay, and let's see, what else do we have? The view is mirrored, unfortunately. Wait, could it really be mirrored? I thought for sure it checked that. So, whatever. It's about time to end the stream anyway. Is the Minecraft vids on a different channel? Yes, it was called Map Gaming. It was short for Me, Myself, and Pi Gaming. And so, wow, they've got sirens running. Dang. That's crazy that they issue sirens out for destructive wind. Wow. Anyway. I'm thinking about storm chasing this summer, but don't know where to start. What should I learn before going out? What equipment should I bring? So, I would recommend either bringing a backup phone or a road atlas, so that way you can figure out where you need to go if your phone went down. And then always download an offline map on Google Maps so you know what to do. Let me turn off the stream overlay. Ooh. Nope, that's not how it's done. Oh, wait, maybe I can I'm remoted into my computer. There we go. We'll just do it that way. And, okay, let's go back to the chat. And so, but yeah, and, ooh, there's a nice gust of wind. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on, because if the wind gets much stronger, I'm gonna move to the other side of the parking lot just in case this sign is really cheaply built. There we go. That's better. It's been a while since I've heard tornado sirens. Okay, and let's see. And then as for, like, getting into storm chasing, check out Skip Talbot. He's got some lectures on there on his YouTube channel from, like, 10 years ago. I think one of them is called Storm Spotting Secrets. That one, like, got me seeing tornadoes. And then there's also stormchasingcoaching.com. There's, like, a $20 subscription to learn how to storm chase. So, anyway, see you next time, Tornado Tucker. So, what's for dinner? I've got pizza and some casserole my wife made me in my cooler in the back. So, my favorite video was the buoy tornado. Really? You really enjoyed that? Radar scope or radar omega? Oh, radar scope, absolutely. I mean, right now I'm using both, but one is because of the GPS. I'm probably going to switch to WeatherWise here soon. So, but yeah, okay, that was a big gust of wind, but it doesn't seem too crazy now. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, we'll see you guys on Sunday for, excuse me, for the next big storm chase. And it might be storm chasing for several days. Might be a whole week. We shall see what the weather forecast looks like. So, anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. Until next time. Bye.